Hello, everybody. So, I got a special series for you on today. And as you see, I got on my Christmas hat because what I'm going to be talking about is holiday shopping. So, what I want to do is I want to help you all when it comes to managing your money and shopping for the holidays properly because there are some of us who get stressed out during the holidays. Unfortunately, there are some of us who get depressed for whatever reason. There are some of us that loves the holidays. There are some of us who overspend, and then when January 2nd of the next year comes around, they're in debt or they're even more in debt and on top of that and all that not so good stuff. So what we're going to be talking about on today, so this is going to be like I think a 7-part series. So today we're going to be talking about the first part, and I believe that's going to be creating a budget. So I know a lot of you don't like budgeting, but I like budgeting. Okay, call me weird, I'm not weird. I just like for my finances to be in order. So I got a slide for y'all. I got a slide for you all. Y'all see that? Okay. So I think something's on my nose. OMG. So anywho, um, this is a financial guide for the holidays, right? And so I'm gonna be going through a couple of slides with y'all, and just talking about the holidays because we want to make sure that we are in right standards when it comes to the holidays. We want to make sure that we stay in budget, that we don't overspend, and that we're not going into a new year with debt or even the more debt if you already have debt. Okay. So when we talk about the holidays, it's not just Christmas, but it's Thanksgiving as well. And so sometimes, these holidays can be a financial burden on families, but we don't want that to happen. Okay. We don't want that to happen. So the sooner you get started of managing your finances when it comes to the holidays, the better. Now, the best part to start is really in January. But even though we're later part in the year, which is what? The fourth quarter of the year, it's still not too late to go ahead and make sure that you are ready for the holidays, okay? Because really they are just around the corner. All right. So let's see. All right. So the holidays can be a tricky time. And what I mean by that, financially speaking, if you're not in a financial good place when it comes to your finances, then these holidays can be kind of sneaky and tricky because, excuse me, you did not prep for the holidays. So between gifts, there are a lot of us who do a lot of gifting. There are a lot of us who, take trips, whether it's driving or flying or whatever the case may be, to visit family and friends. Some of us have holiday parties where we just get together and we just have fun and party. There are some of us who do holiday outings or whatnot. And this time is, between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Okay. So it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And unfortunately, sometimes for some of us, this can be a real financial hurdle that we're trying to jump over. So if you're a track fan like I am, I ain't do no hurdles and I ain't do all that, but you're running, you're running into the holidays and you got to jump over that financial hurdle. And some of us don't know how to jump and we fall. And the reason why you fall is because you didn't plan financially when it came to the holidays. So the key The key to having, a good time without breaking the bank is planning. Plan your holiday money out, okay? And I got something for you all that's going to help you all when it comes to the planning as well, okay? So creating a plan and actually following it can make all the difference when it comes to your holidays. So we don't want to come to a place to where we're not able to enjoy the holidays because we did not plan properly, okay? All right, so let's go to my notes right here. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is budgeting, okay? You have to do a budget plan. Don't be afraid of planning your money. A budget is simply you knowing, you planning your money to go to a particular place. It's not set in stone, but it's a plan. I plan to do this with my money in this particular category, okay? So, creating a budget is the first line of defense for your football fans. It's the first line of defense for getting any financial situation under control. Okay. So, with a good budget, you can have a great chance of financially navigating the holiday season carefully. Okay. So there are some tools in which that you can utilize when it comes to budgeting. Me, I'm old school. I like to do pen and paper. I know we have Excel spreadsheets. I know we have these apps or whatever the case may be, but I like to take a pen or I really use a pen and a piece of paper and I just write that sucker out. Okay. So there are ways, whatever best fits you, you can use that outlet. Okay. So if you have never made a holiday budget, odds are you'll be surprised how much it helps. This is going to help you allocate your money. This is going to help you know how much money you need to save in order to enjoy the holidays. Okay. So make sure you do that. So the sooner you make your budget plan, the sooner that you're able to formulate your financial plan when it comes to the holidays. So you can do it today. We're in the month of October. Do it right now. Do not waste time and do not hesitate because before you know it, November gonna be here, and I don't want you rushing and being all over the place when it comes to the holidays. So there are some tools. There are some budgeting tools in which that you can utilize when it comes to when it comes to the budget. Like I stated, I like pen and paper. That's me. I like to write it down. It's something about having a pen that connects to your. It's something about writing that really connects more to your brain than just type in or just plug it in. That's just me. Okay. So there are free spreadsheets that you can do. What I have written down here is I think there's this app called My Christmas Budget. That's by Dave Ramsey. And then there's another one that's called Christmas Budget. I think that's by Organized Home or whatever floats your boat. Okay. Just make sure that you have a budgeting tool that you can utilize when it comes to doing your budget plan for the holidays. What I recommend is that you do a budget for Thanksgiving, you do a budget for Christmas, and then you do a budget for the New Year. So you're going to have three different budget plans when it comes to this holiday season. Okay. Now, another thing you need to do is that you need to think the possible list. You need to think about the possible areas in which that you're going to spend, and you need to make a list of this. There are some of us that give and donate to charities when it comes to the holidays, or we donate our time. We have parties, we travel, we do gifts and food as well. I don't know. It just depends on the individual. We can spend a lot of money on food for whatever the case may be. But make sure that you on your budget list, on your budget plan, that you are listing out the not just the categories, but every single thing that you're going to be doing for the holidays on a financial basis, so that you can again allocate your money and know where your money is going. Because we don't want to come to a place to where this thing itchy a little bit, but I like it though. I think it's cute. Got from Amazon. But we don't want to come to a place to where we just spinning, swiping, and we can get carried over with that swiping now. Okay, especially if it's a credit card, because it ain't coming out now, but it's gonna come out later with interest if you don't get with it. You get what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that we're knowing where our money is going, and not knowing where your money is going is a danger zone to where you are 9 times out of 10 going to overspend. So you have to decide, okay? You have to decide how much you can afford, okay? You have to decide how much you can afford. It's okay to be at that place, okay? Excuse me. Sorry. It's okay to be at that place that you can say that you cannot afford to do it. Because if you can't, it is what it is. It is what it is. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it. But if you have a savings account, do you have a savings account for the holidays? Can your savings assist when it comes to the holidays, or you've been a good, man and woman, and you have a holiday fund to where you've been saving, or whatever the case may be. Okay. um think about bonuses. Around this time, people get their holiday bonuses. So are you going to use your holiday bonus for the holidays, or whatever the case may be? And sometimes cut back on expenses. Are there some expenses within your normal budget plan that you believe that you're going to have to cut back for a short period of time, so that you can do the desires in which that you desire when it comes to the holidays? Okay. Now, when it comes to if you have a partner, a spouse, a significant other, uh, make sure you discuss the holiday budget. You get what I'm saying? Because we're gonna have to be on one accord now. Okay, I know how that feels, not to be on one accord, but not right now. But in the past, me and my husband ain't always been on one accord. You get what I'm saying? But it's a house divided cannot stand. That's what the scripture says. Okay, so if you can discuss the budget with your significant other, do y'all agree with the numbers, and can you reach an agreement to the expected endeavors in which that you're going to do for the holidays? Okay, so I know sometimes that can be a little tricky, whatever the case may be, and sometimes you got to build to that area. I understand, but see if you can discuss the budget for the holidays with your significant other. All right. So make adjustments as you go along. So sometimes a budget plan, remember, it's a plan. You're planning your money for the holidays. This is what I plan to do. Not yet set in stone, but this is the plan. This is the roadmap. Not the road, man. This is the road map. This is the guidebook when it comes to your holiday spending. So along the way, you might see that your plans and your schedule would change. You get what I'm saying? So there are times where I don't know. I do know. You don't spend that much in this category of the budget plan. You can allocate those funds another to another to another category. Or if you overspent in the category, and you have to go to another category and pull funds from there. You get what I'm saying? So you won't have to go over budget. So just know that sometimes adjustments do go come along the way when it comes to planning your money. Okay. Another thing is to keep track. Okay. Another thing is to keep track. Make sure you're keeping track. So, say for instance, on your budget plan, you have food, and you say that for Thanksgiving, I plan to spend around about $500. Okay. So make sure that you're keeping track of the money that you're spending when it comes to food. So, when it comes to the end of the day, you can write down how much you spent. You spent $494. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you're keeping track of how much money you're spending in each category and subcategory when it comes to your budget plan. So right here, as you spend and earn, keep track of where you stand. Do you think you're going to hit all your numbers? Do you think you're going to go below? Do you think you're going to go above what you said? You're going to go over what you spend? Make sure you keep track. It's the same thing with a business and bookkeeping. Making sure that you're keeping track of how much money you spend. Always keep them receipts. Always keep that evidence. Never throw away evidence. You never know when you might need it. Okay. So make sure that you're keeping track so that you can have a successful holiday budget for the holidays. Okay. So I think about that. I think that's about it. But this is the critical first step, which is making a budget plan, and really having fun with it. You get what I'm saying? You're saying, Aisha, how can you have fun with it? Don't be so in your mind. Oh my goodness, only got $500 in the food fund. We ain't doing all that, but we're still going to enjoy the process in which that we're going towards with the budget plan, as well as enjoying the holidays. Okay. So I don't want you to get all in your head about it, but let me go there. So I don't want you to get all in your head about it, but just enjoy. And then over time, your budgeting is going to evolve. Okay. So that's the first part of the series. And I will make sure that I come back and give you the second part of the series. I believe this is going to be a 7-part series, if I'm not mistaken. But I want you to go ahead and like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever the case may be. Share this with somebody because the holidays is coming up. And I want to make sure that you all are prepared. If you just now catching the replay, sorry that I missed you, but go ahead and do #replay. Say hello so I can say hello back to you, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. But I hope and pray that each and every one of you all have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you all soon, okay? All right. Bye. And happy holidays.